Our two-step plyo lunges, or sometimes referred to as our stutter step plyo lunges, are a cardio exercise that is also focusing on our legs. So mostly our quadriceps, a little bit of our hamstrings, glutes, and calves as well. This is definitely one that's going to get the heart rate up. This is one that is a plyometric move, so it is absorbing that force coming down, working on maintaining and increasing bone mineral density. It is a great move to throw into your workout. However, if you are somebody who has trouble with your stability, this is a move that you want to slowly progress up onto. So start with things like reverse lunges and forward lunges, things with a little less impact, a little more balance involved, and then slowly work your way up to these. So this is going to be similar to our normal plyo lunge, except we're throwing in a little stutter step or a little two-step in between. So if you remember, for those normal plyo lunges, we're getting into that split squat position nice and low, hopping and switching legs at the top. This one, we're going to throw in that little stutter step. So I'll start with right leg forward, left leg back. I'm going to kind of go down nice and low into that split squat, come up at the top, hop, switch, and then go back down on the other leg now. So now I'm down in that split squat on that left leg. Come back up, again, switch, and then down on that right leg again. So I have that little two-step in between each one. Biggest things to remember on this one, keep that core nice and tight, keep that posture up, absorb that force coming down. That's the biggest mistake I see made on this exercise, is not using the muscle to absorb that force. What that's going to look like, someone performing this movement might go like this, and you'll see them fall down to the floor. Sometimes they'll even hit their knee on the floor. You want to control that downward movement. Make that muscle do that work to absorb that force coming down so that is not transferred over to our joints. So when you hop into that split squat, control that downward momentum. So again, nice and slow coming down. Focus on your posture, focus on keeping nice and upright. And then another big thing to remember on this exercise is the spacing of your feet. You should be comfortable with finding that correct distance for a split squat before progressing into this move. So if you're not comfortable with that, go watch our split squat demonstration video that really talks about how far apart your legs should be when going into that split squat. Typically, it's about to where when you get at the bottom, you're fairly close to a 90-degree bend in that front leg and that back leg. That is kind of the gist of it. However, it goes into more detail in that split squat video. So make sure that you're comfortable finding this distance very quickly for that in those split squats before progressing up into those plyo lunges, so that every time you hop out, you're not hopping out too far to where you're overextending in the hip, in those hip flexors, and you're not underextending to where you're putting more pressure on the knees. So be comfortable finding that distance first, focus on controlling that downward momentum, focus on keeping your posture, keeping your core nice and tight.